All right, now we're doing 7Q, convert hash to an array. This is by Alex1100, and 87% of the people like it. So we're going to convert a hash into an array, nothing more, nothing less. So basically we'll get something like this and put all these key value pairs into their own tiny arrays, and then we're going to put the arrays in order by the first character of the key, or whatever the first character of every element is, honestly. The output array should be sorted alphabetically by key name, just like I said. All right, so right here, we're going to do the for loop way first. We're going to say let result equal an empty array, and then we're going to do for. But the thing is, we can't do, since this is an object, we can't just do the normal iteration. We're going to have to use the for in static method, or statement I should say, which iterates over all enumerable string properties of an object, ignoring properties keyed by symbols, okay, including inherited enumerable properties. Gotcha. So basically we're going to say let I in hash, like that. And that's going to be how we do the for loop here. So let's do a console.log right now and see what I looks like, all right? So let's test that out. So every I basically is going to be the key, right? The key right here. And then every hash at I. Let's test this. We'll look at these values. No, not that. Anyway, let's test that out. And so it's going to be every value. So the key and the value. So hash, so I is the key and hash at I is the value, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to say result.push. And we're going to push in there an array with I, the key, and hash at I, the value, like that. Let's do a console.log result so we can see what that looks like. Test it out. All right, so now we got a list of the keys and the values in their own little arrays, right? So now we've got to sort it. We're going to use a double for loop on that. So we're going to say for let I equals 0. We can just do it normal style. We can say, well, I is less than result.length. We'll say I plus plus. And then we're also going to say for, and we're going to let j equal I plus 1. So every element right after whatever i's at. And then we're going to say while j is less than result.length, we'll say j plus plus, okay? And so we'll come down here and we're going to say in an if statement, oops, don't forget this, don't forget the curly braces. We're going to say in an if statement right here, if result at I is greater than result at j. So if whatever's on the left side is higher than whatever's on the right side in the array, and they're going by these right here, the first letter, the first character in every element. What we're going to do here is we're going to say, inside an array, we'll say result at I, comma, result at j. And then we're going to have that, we're going to do the old switcheroo. We'll just copy this, and we'll make them switch places by saying result at j now equals result at I. All right, so result at I now equals result at j now equals result at I. All right, and now let's do the console.log result, test that out. And as you see here, age, name, role is what it looks like now, and it was name, age, role. So there we go, it worked. Let's do a return result, test it out. Looks good, and attempt it. All right, and it works, but you know what? There's a way to do this. Quite a bit shorter, one-liner even. So let's do a comment it out like that. Let's do the slash star, and then down here, star slash, and then a control home, come back up. Let's say const convert hash to array equals h. And we're just going to have the arrow right here. We'll do console.log right here so we can test while we go. And we'll start off by saying, what's h? What's h look like? All right, test it out. All right, so we got the key value pairs just like we used to. All right, so we've got this thing called object.entries, right? And if we put H in there, it does something. Let me bring you up here. Object.entries static method returns an array of a given object's own enumerable string keyed property key value pairs. All right, so it's just going to make an array of these key value pairs. Let's test this out and see if that's true. And it does, just like that. So we got name, age, role, just like we had before when we did this part right here. So now we're just going to sort it. And to sort it, to do this whole thing right here, we're just going to use the sort method, which sorts the elements of an array in place and returns the reference to the same array now sorted. The default sort order is ascending, built upon converting the elements into strings, then comparing their sequences to UTF-16 code unit values. So basically, it's just going to check this right here and check it against this, and then sort it accordingly, just like we did down here. So let's come over here and say dot sort, like that. Test it out. And just like that, age, name, role are now in the proper order. So let's get rid of this, and we can even bring this up since we've got plenty of room. Test it out. Looks good. Attempt it. All right, and submit it. All right, and you can see this one's pretty much the same as we just did, and all these people liked it. 44 people, all these people did it, and then 44 people liked it. Right here we've got object.keys. They're putting the hat, doing the first thing we did, then they're sorting it, then they're doing this extra stuff. I don't know what this is for. I don't know if we really needed to do that, but whatever. Okay, and then this one's doing something, and you can just check out all the rest if you feel like it. All right, let's go over to mine. Just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it, and we'll see you next time.